Hello everyone, I'm Govind and welcome back to the another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a filter pane in Power BI. So what is filter pane? When a user click on any specific button, so a pop-up window appears with the list of slicers, and user can filter out the dashboard or report with the help of those slicers. So how we can build this in Power BI, I'm gonna tell you step by step. So please watch till the end, and I'm going to make your job easy, right? So here you can see I'm having one rough dashboard. There are some cards and charts, and I'm gonna insert one icon. So I'm gonna go here in the image section, and I will uh, select this filter pen icon. So what is the idea? Idea is that if a user click on this button, so user can see all the slicers so that he can filter out the data, right? Let me resize it. Okay, I think this is good. So if you know how from where I have got this particular icon, so you can go at the icons at website, this particular website, and you can search for the filter. Then you can recolor or you can give any color to the icons, and you can see the various variety of options to select. So you can choose accordingly, and yes, that's it. So I so for that in the view section you have to enable two windows, selection pane and bookmark pane. So selection pane is what it lets you layer and select a particular object in your Power BI page, and bookmarks is what it captures a specific view of the report page, right? So I have added the filter icon, and I will rename this as filter button, because this is a good practice to rename all your objects so that you easily identify them while working with bookmarks. So filter button. Okay, now what I will do, in the insert tab you have to click on the shapes and just pick this rectangle box. So this rectangle box I will use as a transparent background, right? So this is my transparent screen. I will rename this. Okay, now select the transparent screen and go to the format tab, and from here just increase the transparency so that blurry effect, or I can say transparent effect, it just improves the user experience. That's why I have added this. Okay, now it's look good. After you're done with this, what you need to do, go to the insert tab again, and again one more shape, and this would I would place at the right side of the page. I will adjust the width and height of the shape accordingly, like what you want in your report page, how it look, so you can do that accordingly, right? So this shape I will rename this as filter background, right? So what will happen when user will click on this particular button, so this shape will appear from the left side of the page, right? So that's it. After that, what you can do, you can give the slicers, right? Like whatever slicer you want to give. So I will unselect this filter, and I will choose slicer, and I will place it here. So let's say I want to include year, and let me change it to the drop down. Control C, Control V. I will just copy paste some slicers. Okay, I think 4 slicers are enough. I will select all these 4 slicers with control option, and I will go in the format and I will align it to distribute vertically so that the gaps between all the slicers is consistent. Now I will select this slicer, and I will change the field here, then product. I can filter the product wise, then the segment wise as well, and at last let us give some other category. Okay, country, right? So this is done. After that, what I can do, so suppose I select any of the data, like any of the selection from any of the slicer. So for going back to the main screen, I'll need some other I can say logo, so that user can click on that and can return to the main screen. So I'm gonna go here in the insert option, and I will, from the buttons, I will give this left arrow so that user can go back. I will place it here on here only. I will resize this. Okay, let's change the color of the icon to the white. Cool. And I will rename this button as go back. And I will include one more button for clearing all the slicers. So like suppose I made a selection in some of the slicers, right? So user will click on that button and the selection of all the slicer will be set to all by default, right? So for clearing the selections, I from all the slicer I will include one more button. So I'm gonna go in the insert tab, and from the buttons I will choose this clear all slicers. Let's not choose this, some other icon maybe. So buttons, I'm choosing this reset filters, and I will format this. Okay, not this, including again buttons and reset. Okay, I will place it here. Let me adjust the position, and for icon I will give it to the white color, and I will choose the action of this button to the clear all slicer. So I'm gonna open the action, and from here I will choose clear all slicers. Okay, I think, okay, it is not letting me do that, so I'm gonna delete this, and maybe I will download the another icon from icon set, clear filter. Okay, so here I can choose this cross icon. It represents that you can unselect all, you can reset the filters. So I'm gonna go here and download this, and will insert it in my report. So image and this clear filter icon. Yeah, so I can resize it and can place it. Let me resize it properly. Okay, so it will just clear my all the filters. Let me rename this image as clear filter button. Okay, I'm gonna go here in the action, and from the action I will choose clear all slicers. So whenever a user will click on this button, so the slicer selection would be cleared. Let me place it properly. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, so I think this is the bookmark that I want when a user click on this particular button, which is filter. I'll just do one more thing. In the tooltip I will just uh, for the user guide I will include some tooltips so that user can understand the functionality of that particular button. Clear all slicers, yeah, or I can say clear all filters, right? So let me hover over it. Okay, you can see clear all filters, and here I can include, okay, so it is not allowing us. Let me just open the action, and I will go back to main screen. That's okay, I think, yes. So I'm hovering over it. Yeah, go back to main screen. That's good. Okay, so this particular selection I want when a user click on that particular button, right? So let me just elongate this transparent background to the whole screen. Okay, so I'm gonna in the bookmark section, and I will add this particular uh, what I can see on my screen. I can capture this by adding a bookmark, right? And I will rename this uh, bookmark as filter pane open, and I have to make sure that I have to unselect this data because I'm not interested in capturing a specific data point. I want that user select any data point so can go back to the main screen with that selection only, right? So I have to unselect this data and I will update the bookmark, right? That's it. Now I want that if user select any data point and go back to the main screen, so this particular slicer should be in the selection, right? So for that, what I will do, I will just hide all the things that I have added for creating a filter pane. So clear filter button and then go back button, then all the slicer I will hide it line by line, then filter background and transparent screen. This is my main screen, right? I will add a bookmark, and I've captured this particular screen as well in the filter pane closed bookmark. Make sure you just unselect this data point, right, and update. So for this button I need to give the bookmark for opening the filter pane, right? So I'm gonna open the action, and from here I will choose action type as bookmark, and here I can choose filter pane open. So when I click on that particular button, so the capture, like the particular selection that we have captured, it will appear. So filter pane open, and I can also provide tooltip open filter pane. That's it. So let's suppose I click on this with control. You can see a window appears with all the slicers, and for this go back to the main screen, I need to give action type as bookmark and filter pane closed, so that if I select, let's say I need to see the particular data for Valo product, so I've selected it and I can go back to the main screen to see the data, and that particular selection is right now in all of the charts, right? That's why I have deselect that data option. Now for clearing the slicers, I can again go to this icon. I can again click on this filter pane icon and can clear the slicers, right? And then again can go back to the screen. So this is how you can create the filter pane. I hope guys you like this particular tutorial, and if you are having any doubts, so please do let me know into the comment section, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, and share these videos with others. Thank you so much for your support. Bye bye.